The Laughing Avenger, Chronicles of Raj the Ridiculous. Chapter 3, Raj discovers his powers. The morning after the orb incident, Raj woke up with the rising sun peeking through the window of his tiny bedroom. But today, something was different. The sunlight didn't just brighten the room, it seemed to bounce off every surface, creating a mini laser show. Am I dreaming, or did my room turn into a disco ball overnight? Raj muttered, blinking furiously. His alarm clock was blaring, but instead of the usual annoying buzz, it was playing the sound of a goat bleating. He blinked twice and stared at the clock. The LED numbers were flickering, and the bleats were growing louder and more desperate. Raj groggily hit the snooze button, but instead of silencing the clock, it let out one last bleat and jumped off the bedside table like a spooked animal. What in the... Did my alarm clock just jump? Raj muttered, scratching his head. He decided it was too early to question reality. Stumbling into the bathroom, Raj realized that brushing his teeth had become a task of epic proportions. He squeezed his toothpaste, but the toothpaste didn't just stay on the brush. It erupted like a geyser, splattering the walls and forming a perfect smiley face on the mirror. Wow, Raj said, staring at the sticky art. Even my toothpaste thinks I'm too serious. When he tried to wash his face, the tap water came out, fizzy. It tickled his face as if the tap had a sense of humor. Fantastic. Now I've got soda water plumbing. What's next? Chilled lassi from the shower? But when he tried to take a bath, water started playing Chana Maria in a mournful tone. Raj sighed. I think even my plumbing is heartbroken. By the time Raj made it to the kitchen, he was starving. He wanted to make tea. He opened the fridge to grab milk, only to find it floating out like a ghost. Today's special, paranormal paranthas, he quipped, trying to grab the carton, which playfully dodged him like a mischievous toddler. He reached for the sugar jar, but as soon as his fingers touched it, the jar transformed into a miniature disco ball. A beam of light shot out from it, and suddenly, his kitchen turned into a mini disco, complete with flashing lights and funky music. He got irritated now. He poured his tea and sat down, wondering if he was losing his mind. That's when his toaster began giggling. Yes, giggling. A soft, childlike chuckle was coming from the toaster. Then the toaster began launching bread slices like rockets. One particularly well-aimed slice smacked him square in the face. That's it! If this is my life now, I'm going to need a helmet just to make tea. Determined to figure out what was happening, Raj decided to experiment. He started with small things. When he pointed at a pen, it floated toward him. Cool, he said, grinning. Then he tried pointing at his chair. It also floated right into his face. Less cool, he groaned, rubbing his forehead. He discovered he could make objects move, but not always in the way he intended. The broom, for instance, decided it wanted to chase him around the room. I'm not Harry Potter! Stop trying to make me play Quidditch! Raj also noticed that when he laughed, things around him seemed to stabilize. The milk stopped floating, the cereal bowl stopped spinning, and the broom finally settled in the corner. So, laughter is the secret. Great, I'm a walking sitcom. Dressing for the day was equally challenging. Raj's kurta refused to cooperate, acting more like a rebellious teenager than a piece of clothing. It kept slipping off his shoulders and wrapping around his waist like a belt. Fine, Raj grumbled, giving up. Superman has a cape and I'll have a sash. Happy? It all began innocently enough. A quiet morning in the Sharma General Store, a place known for selling groceries, not for breaking the laws of physics. Yet as the morning wore on, the air became thick with an eerie energy. Subtle at first, like a tingling sensation that made the hair on the back of your neck stand up. But soon, the weirdness escalated. The first customer of the day, Mrs. D'Souza, a stalwart of the neighborhood, entered the store with her usual scowl and a canvas shopping bag. Raj, where are the glucose biscuits? She barked, tapping her umbrella on the floor for emphasis. They're on the top shelf, Raj said, praying nothing unusual would happen. He hadn't forgotten yesterday's incident when a bag of chips decided to play fetch. Just as Mrs. D'Souza reached for the biscuits, the packet leaped off the shelf and pirouetted in midair. A gasp escaped her lips as the biscuits floated into her bag like an obedient pet. Well, that's efficient, she muttered, eyes narrowing. She turned to Raj, who was sweating profusely. A promotional feature, Raj blurted out, waving his hands like a magician revealing a trick. We're trying out automatic delivery. Isn't it? Neat. Mrs. D'Souza squinted at him, unconvinced. Don't think I won't deduct points if the crackers are broken. Later, a young boy named Arian wandered in with his mother. As she compared prices on lentils, Arian found himself mesmerized by a glowing can of soda on the counter. Mom, look, this soda is glowing like my nightlight, he exclaimed. Raj quickly snatched the can, laughing nervously. Oh, it's just a special edition glow-in-the-dark soda, very limited, one of a kind. He shoved the can under the counter, hoping the kid would lose interest. Can I have one? Arian asked, eyes wide with excitement. No, I mean, we're all out. Limited edition, remember? Raj said, avoiding the boy's gaze. Then why is it glowing under the counter? Arian pointed, his curiosity relentless. It's shy, Raj mumbled. Very introverted soda. Things went further south when a chair decided to shuffle across the room like a rebellious toddler. A group of teenagers, hanging out near the snack aisle, burst into laughter. Bro, did that chair just moonwalk? One of them asked, pulling out his phone. Raj dived between the chair and the phone's camera lens. Nothing to see here, just some routine chair maintenance. He grabbed the chair and tried to drag it back, but it wriggled free like a stubborn cat. Did you buy this from Hogwarts, Raj? Another teen teased. No, it's an IKEA prototype, Raj snapped, using all his strength to keep the chair still. They're testing self-parking furniture. Very high-tech. Word spread quickly. Within hours, Sharma General Store became the hottest topic on WhatsApp groups across the neighborhood. Did you hear? Raj's shop is haunted, one woman whispered at the local chai stall. I heard the snacks dance, another added, eyes wide. It's not haunted, a skeptic interjected. Raj is probably experimenting with AI. Meanwhile, Raj overheard snippets of the rumors and groaned. AI? Yeah, I'm artificially insane, he muttered under his breath. Raj's strategy to hide his powers was a masterclass in improvisation. He hung signs around the shop with absurd excuses. Floating objects? It's the wind. We have very strong fans. Glowing cans? New eco-friendly packaging. Dancing snacks? Limited edition Bollywood tie-in. When the glowing dog wandered back in, Raj threw a blanket over it and announced, Nothing to see here. Just a regular dog with a very stylish cape. As customers left the shop, Raj tried to laugh off every strange occurrence, but his forced chuckles often came out more like panicked squawks. Ha ha! Isn't life funny? So unpredictable. Bye now. By the afternoon, the shop hit peak chaos. One by one, the shelves started wobbling, items teetering dangerously close to the edge. Raj tried to stabilize them, but a rogue box of tea launched itself across the room. Tea for everyone! Raj shouted, grabbing a broom to swat the box out of the air. But the broom betrayed him, rising on its own and spinning like a helicopter blade. A customer screamed, It's an exorcism gone wrong! Relax, Raj yelled, ducking the rogue broom. Everything's under control. Totally normal day. Just as things seemed irreparable, Raj stumbled over a basket of mangoes, accidentally landing in a pile of his own promotional flyers. He grabbed one and held it up as a distraction. Limited offer. Buy one glowing can, get a moonwalking chair free. The customers, torn between panic and laughter, slowly began to filter out. Only Raj could turn his shop into a circus, one woman muttered as she left. By the end of the day, Raj sat slumped behind the counter, surrounded by the aftermath of his disastrous attempt to keep his powers hidden. Chips were embedded in the ceiling, the glowing soda can was still humming under the counter, and the chair was doing pirouettes in the corner. Why me? He groaned, head in his hands. Why couldn't I get normal powers, like super strength or invisibility? No, I get the circus freak edition. Despite the chaos, Raj couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. Maybe, just maybe, he could learn to control these powers, or at least survive another day without turning the store into a viral sensation. Hope you like this chapter. Stay tuned for more.